The Grand Alistair Hotel. It stood tall, brooding, against a perpetually grey sky. Rain often lashed its ancient windows a chill. It clung to the very stones, deep within its core. Something felt wrong, terribly wrong. Few guests ever truly felt at ease here. Most left with a sense of unease, a shadow they couldn't quite shake, as if the hotel itself watched them, judged them. Inside, the grandeur was faded. Threadbare carpets whispered secrets of forgotten footsteps, of hushed conversations. Shadows danced in the long corridors, even when the lights were on. A heavy silence often descended, so profound you could hear your own heart thumping like a frantic drum. The air itself felt old, stale, as if it hadn't circulated for a century. Or more. The hotel directory, bound in cracked leather, it sat on the reception desk. Its pages were yellowed, brittle. It listed every amenity, every suite, every ordinary room, from the modest singles to the opulent presidential suite. Each had its place. Arthur Finch arrived late. The wind howled outside, driving rain against the glass. He was tired, road-weary, seeking only a bed, a night's quiet rest. He knew nothing of the Alistair, its history, its peculiar reputation. He was just a traveller, passing through. He signed the register. The ink bled slightly on the page, like a small dark wound. The night porter offered a weak smile. His room was on the 4th floor, room 408. The porter handed him an old brass key, heavy in his palm. Arthur trudged up the creaking stairs. The lift looked too much like a cage. The corridor stretched before him, dimly lit. The air grew colder with each step, an unnatural cold. The silence here was different, deeper, more watchful. He felt eyes on his back, but no one was there. He passed room 401, then 402. The numbers seemed to gleam faintly. He reached 403. His own room was further down. He glanced ahead, expecting to see 405 next, but his eyes caught it. A door, almost flush with the wall, no number. Arthur stepped inside. The air hit him first, stale, heavy, like a crypt disturbed. Dust motes hung suspended in the single shaft of weak light from the corridor he'd left behind. The room was small, oppressively so. Furniture lay shrouded under ghostly white sheets, yet strangely the floor beneath them was clean. Too clean, as if recently swept, but by whom or what? An old grandfather clock stood silent in a shadowy corner. Its hands were frozen, pointing precisely to 4 minutes past 4, 4:04. A coincidence? Arthur shivered. A faint metallic scent tinged the air, like ozone after a lightning strike, or something else, something less natural. He felt a pressure in his ears, as if the room itself was a vacuum, sucking the life out. Then the whispers started. So faint at first, he thought it was the wind, or the old hotel settling. But there was no wind in here. The window was sealed, painted shut. The whispers grew. A profound dread settled over Arthur. Cold, heavy, he wanted to run, to flee this place, but his legs felt like lead. His shoes stuck to the spotless floor. The whispers intensified. Closer now, surrounding him, coaxing, promising, things he didn't understand, things he didn't want to understand. The door to the corridor seemed miles away, a distant, unreachable hope. He was trapped. He saw it then, a tall cheval mirror tucked in an alcove. Its glass was tarnished, streaked with age, yet it held a strange clarity. He felt compelled to look, to see his own face, to find some anchor in this swirling unreality. He needed to see himself, to prove he was still there, still Arthur. He took a hesitant step towards it, then another. The whispers urged him on. His reflection stared back, gaunt, pale, eyes wide with a terror he felt. But then something shifted, the reflection's eyes. They narrowed, a glint of something cold,